Recently, we have all been witness to a massive push in favour of transgenderism. The idea that we can change our sex and that it is nothing really to be worried about at all. To many people, and nearly all on the right, this is mystifying. How can something so radical in its effect be portrayed as something benign? But to liberalism, this is all logical. Liberalism believes in the autonomous individual, that each person is completely free to make their own choices in life, to choose their own religion, to choose their own partner, their own career, their own homeland, their own identity, and that when any of that doesn't work out, for whatever reason, to be able to discard of it, any part of it, without consequences. But there remain some things that liberals cannot change, primarily race and sex. But they found ways around both of these, not perfect ways, but still ways. For race, they encourage interracial relationships and biracial children. For sex, they encourage transgenderism. First, let me explain the difference between sex and gender. Sex is biology. You, and in fact all mammals, are born either male or female. Gender, until the 1950s, referred to either masculine or feminine words within a language, or to a plant's sex. In the 1950s, it was proposed that gender be used instead of sex because while sex was static, you were either a male or a female, gender was changeable, flexible. While sex was biological, gender was a social construct, able to be changed, manipulable. Gender is not a neutral word, but it is a political word, a liberal word. The first sex change operation took place in Germany in 1930, although it is possible that it was only the first time it was publicly known. Now, of course, it's called gender reassignment. You may notice that there's not only a change of words between sex change operation and gender reassignment, but a change in philosophy. An operation is a medical procedure. Reassignment is a choice. But liberalism doesn't force people to be transgender. Instead, there exist people who believe they are males who should be female, or females who believe they should be male. Liberalism simply uses these people to support its own ideas and beliefs. It pushes a harmful idea, the idea that people are perfectible, that people are the best judge of what's best for them in all circumstances, and that we all need to go along with it. People with transgenderism are suffering. How can believing that your entire body is wrong be anything but mental anguish? They need care. They deserve our sympathy. But they do not deserve our complicity. They have been sold a lie, the same lie given to the married, that if you are unhappy, all you need to do is to change your circumstances. If you are married and you are unhappy, become unmarried and be happy again. But as far too many of those who are divorced have found, divorce is not the road to happiness. It is simply changing one set of problems for a new set of problems. And sometimes you don't even get rid of the old problems. The transgendered are told that if they change sex, they too can be happy. They can escape what ails them and that they can finally be happy. But that is not how life works. That is not how life works for anyone, and it is wrong to think that it does. There is not a person alive who has not suffered, and there never will be. Suffering is a part of life. Not all of life, and I sincerely hope not most of life, but it is a real part of life. Remember that this push for transgenders' rights is a logical extension of liberalism. It is not really about the transgendered or about their rights. They are simply weapons, and if in the future they need to be abandoned, they will be. What is important is that all traditional ties be destroyed so that people can be free of all attachments. This is the end goal of liberalism, and transgendering is just one of the weapons they use to try and make this happen.